This video is in honor of B.G. Sidharth, and he is a well-known scientist in India because he predicted the accelerating expansion of the universe in 1997, and this was experimentally confirmed in 98, and so he should have received the Nobel Prize in Physics, but because he's non-Western and he's from India, then he was ignored. Argued that dark energy is actually from a quantum vacuum, and this is understood due to non-commutative time frequency. So the reason it's non-Western is because in traditional culture, the three Gunas are from non-commutative time frequency, so that it's based on the perfect fifth, as Field's law along comes explained. So you have, he sums it up as 2, 3, infinity, or the yin-yang emptiness. So in Western science, we learn Planck's constant as the foundation of reality, as the average energy of light. But B.G. Sidharth argues or explains that the mass, the relativistic mass of light, is from non-commutative space-time. And so this means that even though light has a zero rest mass, there's a secret hidden momentum to light that is relativistic mass, as reverse time energy, or dark energy. And this is also explained by Nobel physicist Gerard de Hoof, or however you say his name, he's Dutch. And so in standard Western science, we are given Planck's constant as an average energy of light, based on the assumption that time as a unit can be canceled out, and so we're just left with the frequency of light as energy that's then converted to joules as density. With watts, but this canceling out of the time then is an inaccurate foundation of reality, because it covers up the is that the double slit experiment relies on the electron or the photon having a non-local knowledge from the future. So it's like a phase wave, reverse time, and negative energy. Around says that this isn't just a negative charge, but it's also an anti-mass. It's a reverse time. And so we're told that this energy just cancels itself out, and that we can't measure it directly due to the quantum mechanics problem. But the key factor is that they're non-commutative. Time frequency is not limited to the quantum scale, and so as it found out in non-Western philosophy, the three beings are non-commutative time frequency. That's the basis of the universe. And so this is also the basis of yoga meditation, and also the secret of meditation in Taoism and China, and Buddhism, sort of overlapping India, China, and all of Asia, and then connected to the Orthodox, Pythagorean, and Sumerian, Egyptian, pretty much everything that's on Western. And so Western science assumes this symmetry of time versus averaging. And so what Schrodinger discovered is that there's this megatron, reverse time energy that's causes the intelligence. And it's this same isotropic energy that also powers light. And so in meditation, we don't have to rely on quantum scientific measurement, because we can just listen to the source of time and frequency directly. And this is explained by Penrose and Hameroff with their orchestrated reduction model of consciousness. And also, as I pointed out is realizing that the Electroweak unification is the true vacuum of reality, whereas the Planck constant scale is the false vacuum of symmetry, and the true vacuum is the asymmetric, non-commutative time-frequency energy.